Sawadee folks, and welcome back to another adventure. Today our destination that we are gonna explore is the People's Democratic Republic of Laos. So yes guys, welcome to one of Southeast Asia's last unspoiled destinations. I mean, Laos is raw, Laos is rough, Laos is authentic. And when I say rough and raw, I really don't mean it in a negative way. Actually, I mean it really positive. What I mean by that is that, yes, look, there's Chinese investment. They just finished building an absolute modern high-speed railway line. They're developing the motorways and all of that. But once you get off that and get into the countryside like I am now, forget about the road quality. I mean, the bridges are in incredible states. I've had suspension bridges made out of wood where when I was driving my motorbike, I really had to be careful because there were huge gaps, and if my wheel would have got caught in there, I would have had a serious issue. And let's not even talk about the potholes and the major gaps and dust on the roads here. But look beyond that. I mean, this place is so authentic. I mean, there is barely any tourism infrastructure. Forget about paying with credit cards, and even debit cards out here. I mean, it is really, really, really raw. It is really, really, I'm not going to say primitive. That's the wrong word. But it is super, super genuine. I don't know how long this is going to last. Frankly, this year, right here, 2024, has been declared as the Visit Laos year by the government. And obviously with that, they're investing a whole lot of money into infrastructure, into hotels, and then building tourist resort and all of that. And hey, Laos has a lot to offer. I mean, this land is Southeast Asia. What do you expect? It's got absolutely breathtaking nature, waterfalls, roaring mountain landscapes, and anything you can imagine. Most of all, as being Southeast Asia, it's got beautiful, happy, smiling people. What about love about Laos is something that I said about Cambodia, because frankly, to me, Laos and Cambodia are the last two unspoiled destinations in Southeast Asia, is that people here are genuine. Nobody's going to try to hustle you. There are no touts, there are no scams. And yes, of course, if you go to the big tourist resorts, which barely exist. You find a bit more tourist-oriented things, and yes, people are going to try to sell you a souvenir, and things might be a bit more expensive than usual. But apart from that, it is so genuine. So my tip is, when you visit Laos, yes, of course, go to Luang, Prabang, go to Vang Vieng and all those places, because they have a lot to offer and are really beautiful. But get off the main road, get into the villages, meet the people, just soak up their lifestyle and their culture, and you're going to walk away a different person. I mean, it is really eye-opening. It is really enriching. But without me rabbling and babbling along about all the theory of this land, why don't we get back on the road and let me show you all these things that I just talked about. So let's get on the road and explore beautiful Laos today. Continue to explore the unspoiled nature and the natural mystic here in Laos. Right now, we're up for a little adventure. Actually, I was told there is a super secret unknown cave here somewhere in that mountain far off the tourist track with absolutely beautiful stalagmites and stalactites. So I was obviously intrigued. I got on my motorbike, I rode for about 45 minutes, but the dude who sent me here didn't really have much instructions. He sort of gave me a rough turn left, turn right, turn straight, and then you get to this abandoned rubber estate and you drive straight through that and you see an alley with some beautiful yellow flowers, and then you sort of get there and then just follow your path. So I found all that, and I found 2 boards. There's not much signage. This place is not on Google Maps, but the signage was really cool. There's some ruggedy-duggedy boards. One says cave okay, and the other one says no cave. So obviously I followed the cave okay board, and I'm now going to start my climb up this mountain. Apparently what awaits us at the top is absolutely worth the effort. I hear the climb is not easy, and I hear there's not really a path. So the dude that sent me here said, like, look, just follow the way, and if the crevices are large enough for you to get through and the path looks sort of okay, then you're on the right track. And if it looks too dodgy and it's too narrow, then obviously it's not the track. So it sounds like an amazing adventure, and I'm glad you guys are joining me. So let's climb up this beautiful limestone hill to hopefully find the cave. Are you ready? I am, so let's go. Guys, I'm gonna vlog holding the camera down way. I know you're not gonna see my face so much, but this path is really rough, and frankly I'd rather look where I'm stepping rather than looking into the camera, because my life is precious and I want to go on a whole lot more adventures. This is limestone, and I tell you, some of these limestone edges they're sharp as knives. I mean, if I was a caveman and lived like a couple of thousand years ago, I would definitely pick up one of these. Let me see if I can find one. I mean, check the edge of this thing. I mean, if I mount this on a stick, knock it on somebody's head, I tell you, it's gonna crack open. And while hiking around, you really gotta watch your step and watch where you lay your hands, because some of these rocks, I tell you, they're like razor blades. This is a bit tight here. And I'm not skinny. Fat Yankee coming through. But yeah, guys, this is super rewarding because not only gives it incredible atmosphere and adrenaline and meditation, but it's also cardio and helps me lose some weight, so win-win. Let's continue up this mountain. Made it. It's been a good 20, I don't know, 15-20 minute hike here, but wow, oh my god, guys, wait a minute, let me cross the final hurdle here and then show you this. Yeah, we've made it. That's the entrance. Let's get in. Uh-oh, it's one of those Laotian bridges again. Okay. Oh man. Check this out. Guys, this is so rewarding. Because this cave looks really deep. I don't want to venture too much in there because, look, this cave is about half an hour or 45 minutes outside of Vang Vieng. And Vang Vieng is sort of one of the tourist hotspots here in Laos. People go tubing and people go kayaking, and yes, there are plenty of caves, but those tourist caves, they're basically lit up with electricity, and they're like galleys made out of cement where you can walk through. So it's pretty much like walking through a condominium building with stalagmites and stalactites. Whereas this one here, there's no guide, there's no other people, it's just me. And if something happens, nobody ever is gonna come looking for me. And until somebody does, I might already be eaten by whatever animals and creepy crawlies that live in this cave. So let's have a look. But right behind me here is some sort of statue. It's a Buddha statue. It's maybe the Lord of the Cave. And frankly, I want to do an offering, and I feel a bit guilty because there were all those beautiful yellow flowers when we hiked up here, and I would have loved to give one of those as an offering. But let me see what I can offer before we venture in there and I put on my lamps and my cave gear. So I'll be right back. For a sec here. I actually bought a strong light, which it's a lume cube. It's very powerful, which should help us see a bit more in this cave. And I got a bit of a headlamp here as well. So let me put that on, and then let us venture deep inside the belly of the earth. absolutely incredible. That little lamp there is my headlamp, in case you're wondering what that is, but it sort of has one strong focus point. Look at those stalagmites and stalactites. Actually, these are stalactites because that's the ones that are coming down. And that here is a stalagmite. Hang on. Guys, my light isn't even strong enough, but this place is huge. Look at those stalagmites over there. Oh my god. Look at this one here. Wow. Let me try if I can get closer. Holy moly. And the more you venture in here, the more you see. Whoa! Wow! Oh man, guys, I only hope my lights are not going to run out, because we are seriously deep into this cave, and I don't know if I'll find my way out again. But listen at this echo! Echo! Wow! Guys, check this out. I mean, seriously, this one over there. Wow. I don't know if you can see that, but that one is sparkling. Man, I don't want to get close because there's a big gaping hole here, and I really don't want to be too risky, but this is tempting. No, it's super slippery. I'm not going to go further. But guys, that one glitters like diamonds. Wow. Guys, this is absolutely amazing. I'm also tempted to fly the drone in here, but I mean, just to get closer, because this thing is so high. My light doesn't even reach there. But again, low light conditions in the drone are not too great, so I'll save the battery for something later. But I still hope that this little cave excursion here in Laos gave you an insight into the amazing things this place has got to offer. And most importantly, the things you can find off the tourist map. As I always say, guys, go out there, venture out, take a motorbike, even take a bicycle, or just walk, hike, and get off the tourist trail. I mean, there are so many awesome things. I mean, this could be a massive tourist attraction. There could be souvenir sellers there. There could be, I don't know, ziplining through this bloody thing and doing whatever. But I'm so grateful that they haven't, because this is still so unspoiled, so pure, and just purely natural. And what makes it even more humbling is that this cave has been around for thousands, I don't know, tens of thousands of years, for all these stalagmites and stalactites to form. And you must imagine that this cave has sheltered animals, humans, for centuries. I don't know, like it's beyond time, it's beyond words. And that are the things I find so humbling, because it makes you, as a human, feels so insignificant. And, you know, we sometimes tend to think that we are rich and, you know, we rule the world and we control everything, and because we figured out science and all. But when you come to places like this, or when you stand on the rim of a volcano in Indonesia, it makes you feel very humble and makes you realize that you're just a tiny little creature on this amazing, massive planet of ours. Let's sit back on the road and continue to explore magical Laos. looks slightly dehydrated. I'm super thirsty. I was actually looking for some coconut, but I couldn't find any here in the village. But what I found is a lady selling sugarcane juice. And you know what? That is just fine, because that sugarcane juice is gonna give me a good energy kick. So let's check it out. Guys, fresh sugarcane juice. I need it. I'm so thirsty. Amazing. Yes. You want some sugarcane juice? You want some? I pay. I have change. 4? So a few village kids just turned up. They look thirsty too, just after school. So I decided to buy everybody some sugarcane juice. Now the lady's busy making juice. Guys, as usual in these situations, there were like 4 school kids coming by, and now we have like 15, and the elderly ladies in the village want sugarcane juice, so it's all good. We're having a sugarcane juice party. Good morning, folks, from the mighty, mighty Mekong River. Yes, indeed, we're back on the Mekong. If you watched my Vietnam video about the Mekong Delta, you would know that this mighty river originates in Tibet, and then it runs down through China into Myanmar, aka Burma, to then come here to Laos and continue its journey through Cambodia into Vietnam to finally then run out into the Pacific Ocean. Right now we are heading towards our next destination, which is the magical, absolutely beautiful ancient kingdom city of Luang, Prabang. These riverboats here, until this day, are a super popular, efficient, and super cheap way of transport. I mean, I could be heading all the way into Thailand on this thing. It would take me about 2 days. And yes, indeed, I could even go as far as Vietnam. These boats are literally slow boats. They're very, very long, very, very slow, but extremely serene and comfortable. And I mean, it's like a bus. There's super comfortable seating inside, and it is absolutely okay. Some of them have sleeping facilities. Those are more like what they call the cruise liners. But these ships right here, if you want to take longer journeys, just stop along some of the local villages. Some of these villages being minority villages, which is super interesting. And otherwise you can stay at homestays or smaller hotels on the journey before the next morning when they pick you up back to the pier where you continue your journey down the Mekong. So earlier I talked about tranquility. I mean, now this is like the epiphany of tranquility. The captain has turned the engine off. I don't know if he's gone to sleep or just have his breakfast, but right now the boat is just adrift with a natural flow since we're heading down the Mekong. It is just drifting to our next destination. And over there is another boat going up the Mekong, and you can hear the roaring of their engines because obviously they need the power to go against the stream. Whereas for us, we're just going with the stream, and the captain thought, you know what, let me just turn off the engine. He's gone. I mean, I'll show you the cabin. Hang on, let me turn this around. This is where he was supposed to be, but he is not.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the crown jewel of the Mekong, the city of Luang, Prabang. Obviously, Luang Prabang lies on the mighty banks of the Mekong River, and this place, did you know, is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Not only because it has preserved so much of its French Indochina architecture, but also because it is a really spiritual place with lots and lots of ancient Buddhist temples. Luang Prabang in Lao language literally means the city of the Buddha Prabang, a golden Buddha statue, an idol a little bit shorter than a meter tall, made out of pure gold. I'm not going to show you the Prabang, but I'm going to show you this fantastic city, so join me as we walk around and soak up the atmosphere of magical Luang Prabang.
Walking around the old town of Luang Prabang, I mean, you really feel the ancient French Indochina vibe here in the old town. Not only because of the architecture which has remained, but also because of its incredible tranquility and charm. As another fabulous day here in Laos comes to the end, I came to one of my favorite locations here in Luang Prabang on the banks of the mighty Mekong River to enjoy an epic sunset. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. The sunsets here in Luang Prabang are some of the most postcard-like, some of the absolute tourist brochure-like images that you're gonna find from sunsets on the Mekong. What makes the sunsets here so special is not only the beautiful golden reflections of the sun dancing on the mighty Mekong River, but it's also the mountainous backdrop and the beautiful boats whizzing along. Quite frankly, I love myself some sunset with a bit of clouds because you get more contrast, you get more reflections, and you get a whole lot more color. And from the looks of it, we might get lucky today. So let me set up my cameras for you guys. Let me set up a time lapse so that you guys at home too can enjoy one of the postcard sunsets of the Mekong River right here in Luang Prabang, the crown jewel of the Mekong. The Hmong are a tribal minority here in Laos and actually originate from China. Long ago, the Hmong people had issues with the Chinese and decided to say goodbye China and actually cross the borders. They came to Vietnam, they came to Thailand, they came to Cambodia, and yes, they also came here to Laos. What I find super interesting about these Hmong people and the other tribal minorities that you find here is that they actually have preserved their heritage and culture. So here in Laos, the majority population are the Lao people. They're Buddhists, they praise Lord Buddha. Whereas the Hmong people, for example, if you go to their villages, you're not going to see any temples, you're not going to see any statues of Lord Buddha, but these people, hi, how are you? Say hello. These kids are so curious when they see a camera. But yeah, what I was saying is these people are shaman people. These people are spirit people. And until this day, they very much keep this culture alive. So if somebody's sick, instead of going to the hospital or calling the doctor, they absolutely do call the shamans first. If there is any kind of problem, be it financial, be it mental, be it physical, who do they call? Yes, the shaman. It is really impressive, and I find it really amazing that these minorities have been able to really preserve their heritage and their belief and still really integrate it into Laotian culture. Anyway, let's walk around this village for a bit and just soak up the atmosphere. is that? What is that? What is it, a game? Wow. And all with the needle and the thread. Wow.
ตานี่บ่คงดีเลยนะ
Yeah.
นี่ยังบ่ได้เลย
Wow. Nice. I feel like the Pied Piper here. I have all the tribal kids following me. And they saw that I got some biscuits. I picked up some biscuits earlier and they saw that I have them in my motorcycle. So I guess the crowd is gonna get bigger and bigger until I distribute the biscuits. But it's all good. So innocent. Absolutely love this village. Are you cooking? Wow, what is it? Pork? What is it? Pig? Oh, fresh pig. Oh, for the shaman. Yeah, I saw. Wow, okay. I am hungry now. I will go and get some food too. Thank you for everything. Next time I come, I will eat pork with rice. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. Savadi. Bye. For those of you that have been around and seen a few of my videos, you will know that I don't really take you to a lot of tourist hotspots, but that I focus much more on the authentic culture and the people of the destinations that I visit. And that is something that will never change. However, sometimes it is important to make exceptions to the rule. As for example, I did in Vietnam when I showed you Ha Long Bay. It would have been an absolute tragedy not to show you Ha Long Bay because it is so iconic and so beautiful. And obviously, because it is so beautiful and iconic, it has also turned into a tourist hotspot. Now that we're in Laos, more precisely here in the region around Luang, Prabang, I would commit an absolute atrocity if I wouldn't take time out to show you the grandeur, the majesty and the splendor of the Kuang waterfall here in Laos. So let's check it out.
Alright guys, so I just put the motorbike here onto a motorbike ferry, and we're gonna cross the Mekong over so that I can show you more of the amazing landscape here in Laos. Until then, let's enjoy this little short cruise across the Mekong. How'd you guys like my helmet today? It's like an eggshell. I mean, frankly, it's so funny because, you know, you get these motorbike rentals from different places and different companies. And this company here today, frankly, they didn't have a single full-faced integral helmet that would closely fit my big head. So the closest they had was this thing here. I don't want to call it a helmet. I really think it's more an eggshell. And frankly, I think I look rather ridiculous. And the best comparison I can make is I look like Calimero, the bird that's got half an eggshell on its head. But nonetheless, it's all good because the landscapes are scenic, the people are amazing, and Laos is beautiful. Let's continue to explore. Are you ready? Let's go! I tell you guys, it is sweltering out here. It is around 1 p.m. The temperature is close to 100 Fahrenheit, which means it's over 40 degrees centigrade. And yes, this is not the rain season in Laos. It is the dry season, and as the name already says it, it is dry and hot at this time of the year. Let me take a bit of water here before I talk because I'm seriously dehydrated. Oh yeah, nothing better than some good old water. Anyway, I'm gonna take a few minutes of rest here under this farmer's shelter, get a bit of shade, get refreshed, eat a snack, and then head back on the road. But this right here is the remote beauty of the Laotian countryside, as raw, as real, and as untamed as it gets. Right now, I'm standing in the middle of a paddy field. During the rain season, this place would be absolutely lush and green, filled with rice paddies like you would see in Bali all year round. The thing is, this right here is in the highlands of Laos. I mean, Laos is a landlocked country. It's actually the only landlocked country in Southeast Asia. And yes, it has rivers like the mighty Mekong and a few more. And the farming situation is quite different. So on the lower plains, on the floodplains of the Mekong, farmers can farm pretty much all year round. Of course, in the wet season, there is more water because of the floods. But because of the rivers, there is plenty of water for irrigation. Whereas here in the remote countryside, up in the high mountains, you don't get much water unless the heavens bestow you with some rain. So that causes an irrigation problem. So there is no way to artificially irrigate the soil. And that's why the farmers here up in the highlands in the dry season cannot really farm any paddy. But, they can farm a bit of corn and they can do a smaller patch, which is more easy to irrigate, I suppose. But right now, if you look around, this looks really, really arid and really, really dry. Check this out. This right here is the ground, right? It is super dry. You can, barely get the thing out. It is dusty, and you can't really grow anything in this soil right now. Anyway, let me get some rest here, get out of the sun for a minute, cool down a bit, and then let's hit back on the road to explore plenty more of amazing, raw, and beautiful Laos. These roads and villages that I'm cruising on are seriously remote. Excuse me guys, the dust is getting me and I don't really want to talk on camera with a mask on because it sort of muffles the audio. And with the wind and the sound of the motorbike, I know the audio is not the greatest anyway, so excuse my coughing because of the dusty roads. But what I was saying, these back roads and these back villages are seriously remote. These people have facilities, don't get me wrong, there is electricity, there is water, and there is all of that. But apart from that, there is really not much infrastructure. I don't even think that I can find petrol here, so I, put a full tank of petrol in my motorbike. But it is just so amazing to see how simple these people's lifestyle is, how content they are, and just how beautiful simplicity can be. I'm sure they have television at home since they have electricity, and I'm sure they have mobile phone signal out here because my Google Maps works fine out here. But you know what I'm saying. There is no need for a lot of material things. There's no need for a lot of luxury because frankly, when you're in this kind of countryside, when you're in nature like this, you can be pretty content. And like I said earlier, for me, Laotian people, just like Cambodians and Thais and Vietnamese, they're happy people. It's their lifestyle, it's their religion. They just, they don't worry so much. And as a Westerner, European, American, Canadian, Australian, whatever, wherever you come from, your mindset is programmed. We get stressed a lot. We're very, I don't know what the word is, but we stress a lot. We're if something is not working and if something's not on time, we get upset because we're programmed that everything needs to work by clockwork. And here in this part of the world, it is not. If you get upset here because something is delayed or something's not working and, you kind of throw a tantrum, people just look at you kind of like, what's wrong with this dude? Like, chill out. It's not working. I can't do anything about it. Just accept it, It is what it is. And it is, I think it's cool, and it really taught me a lot over the years not to worry and not to stress, and I kind of just go with the flow. And if something's not happening or something's not supposed to be, well, then it's not supposed to be. Don't worry about it. If you miss your train, or your flight's delayed, or whatever, your pickup taxi or whoever didn't show up, well, that's just it. It's just part of the thing. Just go with it and do as the Asians do. Just smile about it and hope for the next opportunity. Driving to my next destination, and I kind of saw these people by the roadside here, and curious as I am, of course I had to stop and ask what they are doing. Actually, I thought they were preparing some sort of food. I thought they were farmers, but no, not at all. What they're doing is actually making brooms. For those that have visited Southeast Asia, shoes inside a house are an absolute no-no. The houses are super pristine. And in a place like this, as dusty as it is, you definitely want to have a good broom. What is super interesting about these brooms is that they're not raw and coarse. They're actually very fine. They're made out of some sort of grass. And these ladies here behind me are actually making them. So let's check it out. So yeah, this right here, guys, is what the finished product looks like. So there is no stick, so it's not a stick broom, but it's rather a hand broom. And guys, I mean, this is super soft. I can do my face and my body with it, and frankly, it actually needs it because I definitely ate quite some dust on the road coming here. But yeah, this is super cool. I mean, this is 100% organic. There is no plastic. Even the knots that it's tied together with is from some sort of grass. So yeah, it's super organic, it's super original, and it does the job. I mean, it really cleans the dust off. So I think it's super interesting. So here we go. Traditional 100% organic Laotian broom. actually found some farmers here and they're planting cassava. Frankly, I've eaten a lot of cassava and I've seen cassava plants, but I wasn't really sure how they plant it. I thought you just put the root, you know, like you plant potatoes. You put the root in the ground and you kind of wait for it to become more potatoes. But with the cassava plant, actually, they put the stick of the tree. They sort of cut it and make cuttings from it. So it's super interesting. The farmer was actually super happy to show me. So let's check it out.
Oh,
Oh, and then this comes out and this is growing.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah. As usual, while I was cruising down the dusty, bumpy roads of Laos, I saw something and I thought it's interesting, so I stopped because it's a cool thing that I wanted to show you. Here in Asia, bamboo is an absolutely precious commodity. It's free, it's abundant, and most of all, it is super sustainable. Bamboo is not like a tree. Like when you cut down a tree, that's it. You killed the thing. I mean, it's not gonna grow back. But bamboo, it's like a shoot. It's a root. So in that bunch, in that shoot, there are all kind of different stages of bamboo. And as long as you don't cut the whole thing and dig the whole root out, it is just gonna keep growing back and give you more and more bamboo. What is bamboo used for in this part of the world? Frankly, everything. The question should be, what is bamboo not used for? This guy told me he's building a new house, so that's why he's using this bamboo. Obviously, it's free. It's in the jungle. You just come here, cut your bamboo, put it on your transport, whatever you have, and bring it home. Yesterday, I even saw a lady, I don't know how old she was, but she looked really old, dragging bamboo down the road in the midday heat for whatever kind of use. I tried to talk to her, but she only spoke Laotian, so I couldn't get much out of her. This dude here speaks a little bit English, so he said, yes, I'm building a house with it. But, as I said, the applications and uses of bamboo are endless. I mean, not only can you make houses and rafts and boats and huts and scaffoldings from it, but obviously you can make fishing rods. People even cook rice in this thing. Like, you know, it's hollow inside, so you can throw it in boiling water. You can put it on the fire and use it like as a container to cook and steam stuff in. They make furniture from it. It's amazing. I mean, what they do is they soak it in water and then it becomes sort of bendable and slowly bend it in shape to make absolutely amazing furniture from it. So yeah, bamboo is amazing. It's free, it's abundant, it's versatile, and most of all, it is super sustainable. Guys, you gotta check this out. I mean, I was just cruising down the road here, and this road is lined with these trees that have, I don't know what kind of fruit. I mean, I don't know what they are. They look like huge chilies or cucumbers or, I mean, I've been traveling in around Asia for more than 2 decades, and I've never come across this tree. I mean, if you guys know what this is, drop me in the comments. Let me see if I can reach one. Look at this. I mean, what the... It smells like a leaf. It's big, it's hard, it's green, it's... What is this? Seriously, let me crack one open. I mean, let's just crack one open here on the roadside and see what's inside. But yeah, I'm super curious. If you guys know what this is, hit me up in the comments. I'd be super interested. Yeah, it's weird. It's got like some fluffy stuff, and then it's got like some sort of peas. And they're soft and squishy and sort of have some juice in them, but I don't think it's edible, and frankly I don't want to tempt it. So, but yeah, as I said, if you guys know what this is, hit me up in the comments. I mean, let's check this tree out. I'll give you some close-ups. It's absolutely amazing. These things are huge. This right here unfortunately brings us to the end of our Laos adventure. Frankly, I agree. It's been too short. I mean, I wish I had more time here because this country is absolutely amazing, and I was only able to scratch the surface of all the things that this country has got to offer. So one thing is for sure, I'll be back. I mean, my suggestion, my tip is visit Laos as soon as possible before it becomes just one of the other busy Southeast Asian commercial tourist destinations. Anyway, I surely hope you enjoyed watching this content and these adventures as much as I enjoyed filming and producing them. And I definitely hope to see you guys very soon somewhere on this beautiful planet of ours for more adventures. Until we meet again, I want you to be healthy, be happy, take good care of yourselves. And most importantly, if you like this video, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, leave me some feedback in the comments. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. And most importantly, share the link on your social media handles and with your family and friends. Not for me to get more followers. Seriously, I don't care about fame. I don't do this for clout. I don't do this for money. But my reason and my motivation, my purpose of this channel is to show people the world. Unfortunately, there's so many people that don't have the means and don't have the possibilities to travel the world. But frankly, I think travel is one of the most important lessons in life. I mean, it opens your horizons. It shows you different cultures, different people, different landscapes, different foods. And it really, really, really helps us understand each other. And I think if we all understand each other and tolerate each other, we'll make this place a whole lot better. And I guess that's what we all want. Peace in the world and unity and tolerance for everyone. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and God bless. I'll see you next time.